Hey guys, welcome to Legacy Minutes for January 8th, 2020. You know, today's Wednesday, and as I was thinking about the video for today, I was busy. Today was a busy day. This week's been a busy week. In fact, the last, probably 2 years have been crazy busy all the time. I've got a lot going on, and I imagine that a lot of the guys watching are a lot like me. You have a lot going on, and in the middle of the week, it sort of catches up to you. You know, they call it hump day for a reason. It's sort of when everything reaches its peak. We know we still have 2 more days of work left, and we're busy, and that can have a negative impact on our families. It can have a negative impact on our time with the Lord. I know this morning when I got up, my time with the Lord was it was good, but that kind of getting it going was hard. I was thinking already about all the things that I needed to get done for the day, and how busy I was and how stressed out I was. And as I was thinking about the video for today, I thought about that, and I thought, that's not how God wants us to be. God didn't design us to be busy, to be stressed out, to be overloaded. God designed us, yes, to work. That was something that came before the fall, before sin. Work was there. God put Adam in the garden to work it and to keep it. But he also created us for rest. Remember, on the 7th day, there was rest. He made our biological clocks to work so that we rest every day. He made the world around us in such a way that we rest every night. The sun comes up, the sun goes down, and our natural rhythm of life is such that we rest. But in this world, it's all about busy. What can you get done? What more can you get done in the day? And we need to take, as legacy men, time to unwind, to rest. We need to rest. We need to first rest in the Lord. And I wanted to read a psalm to you. Let me grab my Bible here. So Psalm chapter 127, I think, lays this out. And in fact, there's a little caveat here to Psalm 127 that I find really interesting. Psalm 127 says this: "Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious, stressful, worrisome toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep." And then there's this weird transition in Psalm 127 where he says, "Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the wombs, a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man who fills his quiver with them. He shall not be put to shame when he speaks with his enemies in the gate." I don't think that it's an accident that God took a psalm where he's saying, listen, you need God to be in the midst of what you're doing. And if you're working so hard to build your life, you're working so hard to build your city, you're working so hard to build your home, that you're stressed out and you're anxious, you have that anxious toil, then there's probably something missing. And what he says is missing is it's the Lord. The Lord's missing. Because when we rest in God and rest in what God is doing in our lives, we don't have to be anxious and stressed out and worried about what's going to happen. Now, just because we're a Christian doesn't mean that the anxiousness and the stress and the worry isn't going to be there. It just means that we need to lay that at the feet of our God, at the feet of Jesus, who says that he will give us rest, that in fact he is our rest. But then there's this transition there at the last half of that chapter where it says, "Behold, children." And I don't think that's an accident, because what often gets left out in our busy lives when we're so stressed and we're so worried about what's going on is our families, our kids, that we begin to neglect those things that really are more important, those things that we should be working for, should be building this life for. And in fact, that's some of our reasoning, right? I want to give my kids the best. But the best is when we rest in who Christ is, when we show them what it looks like to rest in who Christ is. "Behold, I give to my beloved even in their sleep." Men, to be legacy men, we need to learn to rest in the reality of our Abba Father, of our Daddy, that he's got it all taken care of, that he is at work even when we are slumbering, even when we are sleeping. God is at work on our behalf, working all things together for good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. So men, right now, I'm going to challenge you to unwind. I'm going to challenge you to just step away from the computer, step away from the phone and the work email, step away from the busyness. Fix your eyes on those people that God has put in your life, wife, kids, family, friends, whoever it is that he has put in your life, because those are the people that you're living and leaving a legacy in. Until next time, God bless you.